And now let's recap what we have done so far in the course. We have gone through the brief, we understood the requirements, we found references online with Yoki, finding designs that could possibly resemble what we envision as a final solution. Then Yoki went with his pen and paper and sketched some ideas to devise to come up with a final solution, at least on paper, of what he envisions to use as a final solution. And now we're here with the visual design portion of the course. And I will leave it up to Yoki to tell us what's coming next as designing styles.
Okay, thank you, Luis. So after I done my previous design process steps,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to do is defining the design style because this what I usually do,
Mm-hmm.
especially if I working with a lot of screen. So I should define. Any design styles such as colors and typography and maybe other layer effect such as a shadow,
Mm-hmm.
maybe inner shadow, something like that.
Okay.
So what I usually do is defining a color. So we can
Great.
search any color inspiration. We can go to the colors and other color inspiration website. So once we get the primary color, I usually define the natural color that I will use for the typography, and
Mm-hmm.
also the natural color such light or something, and also I define the system. I call this like system colors.
System
Uh,
colors, yeah.
yes, that provide errors, warning, and also success.
Mm-hmm.
And here I have a brand color, or maybe I can use it in a button or other call to action element. Once I got my color here, and then
Mm-hmm.
I usually define um, about typography. But before we go to the typography, I think it's better to learn about the rule of 4 point or 8 point. Maybe you can find in the um, Google with the rule of 8 point. So basically,
Yeah.
uh, we have like increment. We have like several numbers here that um, consists of the 8 point increment. But
Mm.
here, I also use for the 4 point. So where I use this kind of method, I usually use for the space, padding, margin, and
Mm.
also for the font size. Usually, the
Mm.
new designer always struggle with the sizes. They always confuse how what kind of font size they will use, what kind of space distance they want to use this one. So
Mm.
I think it's a good start to have this number. We can use in everywhere. We can use it for the icon sizes, which is normally it's uh, using the 24 pixel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seen
Yeah.
that.
Mm. So we use the 16 as our basic or base sizes for the font sizes.
Mm-hmm.
You 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 can usually find in the website that uh, 1 am is equal with the 16 pixel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I will use this as my body font size.
Yeah.
So here I will use it in the typography. So I will use this as a base, and then I will
Okay.
need the smaller body. So so why I use the rule of 4 point or 8 point, because it's make me easy to define, so I don't have to remember if I have like a odd number or something. So the even number is actually easy to remember and easy to understand this one. So I start from the 16, and if I use the 8 point, it will go to the 24. But the increment, the scaling, it went too far, so I need a 20 here, 20 size.
Okay.
So
So
as
it would mean that in before actually going design pixels and the actual design, visual
mm,
design, it's better to establish all the colors that you're going to use,
yes.
and all of the text sizes for the, I mean, font sizes, and having them in place, so you don't have to think about, or also remember, like, oh, what was the font size of the
Mm,
heading, or what was the font
correct.
size of the body. And yeah, I can see the benefit of it.
So the goal here is to make the design is consistent.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, across many pages that you mentioned,
mm,
that like if you have many pages, you want to have consistency. I mean, you can have a heading like 20 pixels in one page, and then in another one 21, 23, 24, and yeah, that makes sense.
and actually we can try it using like a simple paragraph,
Hmm.
so we can see if it's work well or not. I mean, for the typography hierarchy here.
Hmm. Yeah, that looks cool.
Okay.
That looks very good. The text in there, very well
Yeah.
spaced. And there you're using the colors that you defined, because I saw that you had, I mean, stepping back a little bit, you had some grays, some dark grays.
Mm, yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there. Okay.
This is will be my my the most
Like the
for the
body text.
title. Yeah. The
Okay.
I think I can use the body tag using this gray
Okay.
or maybe this one, and this one for the disabled state or default state. Yeah. And this
Okay.
one, if you cannot see it, this
Yeah,
one
it's
I will use
slightly
it as a
gray.
background. Yeah,
And
because I will need.
okay, and how do you choose the, I mean, the shade of grays? Is that something like, is that a pattern? I mean, if I'm new, how,
Mm,
let's say, how do I
yeah.
choose the?
For starter, maybe you can try to go to the material design. Uh,
Mm,
there's a grayscale. Um,
okay.
so they have like a grayscale stepper here, so you can learn. You can pick what you need. So, but usually I use this as a base, and then I reduce it the opacity into like maybe eighty
Okay.
percent and 60%, 40%, forty
Okay.
percent, something like so.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, something like
Okay.
this one,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a great tip.
Mm. For example, this is a kind of a standard. Usually,
Mm-hmm.
uh, many websites using as hex code like a 333.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Yeah.
as a title, and then you can go this one. This is the opacity. You
Yeah.
can like 80. Maybe you can try this one.
Okay.
So the goal is not to use too many shade here,
Yeah.
because uh, the simpler you have, um, the simpler color combination you have is the it's more easier to work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
You can
see
have,
it.
but as you can see, we use the same hex code, but we
Mm.
only played with the
The
opacity.
opacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And also, yeah, go.
mm, so I think it's the quickest. It's the quickest way. But if you want to build the solid way, you can do this. You can actually using the color picker here,
The color
and
picker, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
as you can see
Mm.
it at the bottom,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
top right corner, you can see it's the hex code. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
usually I use this one. This
Okay.
one, and
Yeah,
I
that
go.
That's
something like
kind of
that.
the
Mm,
the perfect way to do it. Yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
As you can see here, I already defined my color. Yep.
The
So
styles. Yeah.
yeah, the style. So uh, I will not choose it again in sorry in here, but I already defined it, and
Hmm.
I just pick the color I already defined. For example, this one.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, I see it. And Yogi, something else I noticed is that you had just a few colors, and I know that it's a good practice to.
Mm,
I have read it many places that it's a good practice not to overcomplicate designs with many
yeah.
super like a lot of colors. But how do you choose just like two colors, or I mean, how do you deal with this
Mm,
to keep it
yeah.
simple?
Uh, Actually, there's a rule for
Hmm.
branding color, primary and secondary. Usually,
Mm,
we use like this method for
okay.
if we use want to use three color for the branding color. It's we can use this one, which is that we will use the primary color as dominant at 60%, and this
Yeah.
one maybe like secondary, and last one, let's say if you have a three color,
Hmm.
this one we can say that this one s- so it will not overlapping your primary color. So
Ah, okay, I see it. I see it. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.